Mark,
Hey, Paul.
what is going on?
Well, we know now when he laughs.
Exactly. Yeah, probably one of the most anticipated absolute Batman issues since issue number one or the annual. This is absolute Batman number 15. It's the introduction of well, it's not the introduction because he's been there, but it's kind of how did the Joker become the Joker? We'll take a look at that right after this. Before we go any further, don't forget to like and subscribe. Don't forget to hit the notification bell. Don't forget to leave us a comment. Let us know how we're doing. And don't forget to, what's the other one I'm looking for? Like,
Leave a
subscribe. Oh,
comment.
again, leave us a comment. Yeah, I may have already said that. But either way, if can't say it too many times, leave us a comment. Let us know how we're doing. I think it's because I lumped like and subscribe together into one. That's
Maybe.
that's probably what threw me off. But um, Absolute Batman number 15. The origin of the absolute Joker.
Yeah, that's what this is right here.
Exactly. Okay. Well, thanks for joining us. Um,
See you next time.
um, we basically, it's funny because it's kind of like talking to a kid. The way Alfred is he tells a story, and Bruce keeps going, "What are you trying to say? What are
Yeah,
you trying
tell
to
me.
say? Tell
Tell
me.
me.
What are you trying to
Tell
say?"
me. Yeah, so the whole premise of this issue is Alfred and Bruce seated and Alfred explaining to Bruce what he knows about the Joker from legend to established fact and to what he actually believes based off the information he has at hand.
That's right. Alfred starts with, as any good parental figure would. Alfred decides that it's time to have the talk. Um,
Yeah.
um,
Sit down. Sit
oh,
down.
it's right. Only it's about the absolute Joker, and we basically have Alfred basically giving his take on exactly the absolute Joker's origin and what he thinks is the
Yeah,
absolute.
and he explains to Bruce he's been chasing him for 3 years. Some of the things he's figured out adds up, some of the things don't. So he's just going to just explain it to him. And just like how we're kind of putting it off, Alfred did the same thing in this book. So now you know how Bruce felt. But we start the issue with seeing the smiling man landing on an island, a deserted island with weapons, crossbows, knives, packing it up and walking off a plane and walking into the interior of this island while Alfred is narrating the story of where he gets his start in history.
Correct. And then we go to a two-page title spread, which is Mark's favorite two-panel spread in the entire series so far.
I mean,
Uh,
technically four, right? Four.
oh no,
This will come back. Oh, the
I'm talking
title
about
page.
the title page.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
it's got the red twine.
exactly. You got the red twine that just happens to be in um uh the
Smiley face.
exactly, yeah, the position of a smiley face. But then we go to the first thing and we go back to the original Jack Grimm.
Yeah,
Um,
that's his name. They name him right off the bat. It
right.
starts here with one of the first films ever recorded. So we're going back to the late 1800s with an entertainer, this little boy who's juggling on the streets, painted up like a clown. He was called the Clown.
Hmm.
He was a street performer.
Exactly. Who then, saved up some money, opened up a vaudeville
Vaudeville.
or a theater
Mhm.
called Just Kidding or JK. Interestingly enough,
And from
um,
there, he invested in a lot of pictures
mhm.
and he had a lot of competition, but he always prevailed.
Yes. And then he had a son, Jack Grimm Jr. But he was very philanthropic as well. He donated a lot of money to children's causes. We'll find out why in a little bit later.
Yeah,
But
his
he donated.
legacy pretty much goes from vaudeville to theaters to Hollywood to television, gaming, and technology. He had his family history had this progression through whatever the cutting edge thing was in those days and times, from an entertainer on the corner of the street to actual big tech investors in modern days. And
Right,
there's been like four
hanging
of
out with
them.
the Rockefellers and the Carnegies and the Mellons and all those things. And every single one, whether it's Jack Grimm one or Jack Grimm Jr. or Jack Grimm the third or the fourth or the fifth, all were very philanthropic and all donated to children's causes. And then we switched to the current Jack Grimm. who is basically on an island. We saw him land on the island in the very first on the very first page, but now we see him on an island. He is basically looks like he's going on a hunt, and he starts off with this lion or tiger.
Yeah, he takes out a little large cat with some knives, and while he's there just hunting, being eccentric, as Alfred would describe him in All Trillionaires, he's there and he hears a voice of a person in the distance. So he's
Yeah.
not alone on this island like we thought.
hmm we flash back again, which is the exact same page layout to the first double spread page that Jock
Yeah,
did,
I love
including
this.
exactly, including to some of the actual. If you look at Jack Grimm at the bottom of each of the two-page spreads, he is almost identical.
Yeah, so what he does here is he gives us the on paper origin of Jack Grimm. This is what the records would show if you look up trillionaire philanthropist Jack Grimm. It would tell you this lineage. But Alfred explains to Bruce, but I think it's more than that. And there's a myth surrounding this character as well. And now he goes back to the beginning and he shares the mythic version of Jack Grimm and what he believes could possibly be the horrific truth behind this character.
Right. We go back to the island. We see.
Well, you want to go through some of this and tell them about it?
Sure.
Yeah, instead of just being a simple street performer who hit it big, this kid was sadistic and he was gassing the people that was watching him. That's how he got so many laughs, how he was so successful. He's using nitrous oxide. So you can see the maniacal aspect of it. And then when when his rivals that he always kind of came out ahead of through his vaudeville days, he was taking them out and he was playing both sides of the fence and any kind of business politics and stuff. And he's that arms dealer that would sell to both sides just to sow chaos. And they're establishing how he helped fund both sides of World War II, how he established Arc M back in the day. And he always comes back to live life like a clown is the whole concept. It reminded me a lot of The Dark Knight with the Joker, and some men just want to see the world burn. They're kind of establishing that same concept in this version of him, in this this mythic version. He's sponsored and funded left-leaning news and right-leaning news so he could control narratives and stuff. He was a mastermind, a schemer. And some people, is this where they reveal that it might just be no, not yet. And the big thing here is a clown plays the fool while making a fool of everyone else. He's a mastermind and a schemer. So that's the whole little tagline behind this guy. The clown plays the fool while making everyone else look like a fool. So this isn't just a clown. This is a true mastermind.
Right. Then we go back to the island and we see him there on the beach, and we see an older gentleman who looks like he's been there for a long time. Looked like he was stranded there, and as he sees Jack, he says, "No, not you." So he obviously recognizes him. So these two have some sort of history with one another, and he
Yeah,
goes
on the
running off.
previous page it says that he would take his rivals and take them off. So this is clearly one of his business rivals, right? Is that what
Right.
you got?
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. And so we kind of flash back, and now we're doing some things all on the same page. We're actually flashing back to, again, some of the history that he has. And then we go back to, some of the, what's going on the island. And we see, we see Jack Grimm doing some things with. He becomes the king of strychnine. He becomes, he basically, he's still has kids. He's still going on with some kids, but now he seems as though he's doing some experiments with some kids. He's basically taking kids away from parents, and he's taking these kids and he's doing experiments on them, while in current he is basically hunting this man on this island.
Yeah, it says that a lot of people who've had encounters with the Grimms over the decades came to mysterious bad ends, jumping off of bridges, boats, vanishing, business rivals, politicians, reporters, even FBI members who have investigated mysteriously went missing. People like who were laughing at his shows died shortly after. There's reports of people testing bombs, laughing the whole way through, where you could see his fingerprint and things. Just all kinds of clues that would make somebody associate him with what's happening, but no hard evidence.
Right. And all throughout this, as he's talking, he's telling Bruce, I know I probably sound mad and everything. And he's like, don't just tell me, what you know, tell me what you believe, Alfred. Um, and
And he
so,
finally does.
yeah, exactly. And he basically says that he believes that there is only one Jack Grimm, and it has been the same Jack Grimm from the earliest incarnation of Jack Grimm to the Jack Grimm number 5 that we have now. And that somehow the children that he has, which this kind of tracks too. If you remember going back, we did see the Joker kind of like eat a child way back when.
So I'm hooked up to the glob of children
Yeah,
too.
yeah. That somehow what he takes from these children somehow is reinvigorates him and makes him young again, and he starts all over again.
Yeah, he's
Um,
using their cells, using the research done at the Arcs for some kind of terrible elixir that there's only ever been one Jack Grimm.
right, and he
Dun, dun,
says,
dun.
yeah, exactly, and he is the Joker.
And about this time that they kind of say all that, you see the guy on the island running for his life as Jack on the island starts transforming, growing Godzilla spikes on his back,
Mhm.
his mouth creaking up, and the man who never laughs, it is revealed that in this form is the only time he laughs, and you get the he.
Right. And this man on an island is well, still is, but is one of his enemies in his past that he has brought to this island. And then we get the full on jock version of the Joker.
And he rips his leg off and he starts eating him, and he gets pretty brutal. Well, that's pretty much it for the Joker.
Yep. We then see Batman talking with him, and he's like, okay, that's pretty much, I've heard enough.
So that's crazy. I'm gonna go bounce around the city. It's funny that he thinks that's crazy after he just fought a 40-foot tall Bane,
Yes.
and his buddy the crocodile helped him.
Right. With with a tennis ball for a head.
Yeah, exactly. all with the tennis ball head. Yeah, but he goes hopping around the city, and then we cut to the Joker or Mr. Grimm pulling back up at the city, looking normal, pulling up at his house, walking to his large estate, being greeted by his butler, asking him if he's hungry, and him saying, "No, I've already ate. I have plans to make those. So if you need me, I'll be down in my cave." And it ends with him walking down into his Joker cave with a little ominous smile design there.
Exactly. Speaking of ominous, there is, other than Hannibal Lecter, the phrase "No, I ate" has never been more ominous, um, than it than it is in this issue.
Yeah, so they
Uh,
did good.
yeah. So that's it. We're not gonna get back to him right away, because next issue we have the second
Wonder
part of
Woman.
the Wonder Woman Batman crossover that starts in Wonder Woman number 15, that comes out later this month, and then it'll continue in Absolute Batman number 16. So, but yeah, man, it is crazy. It is definitely, and the thing is, it's kind of funny too, because like in this, for lack of a better term, this upside down world, it's funny that the Joker is the one that has a cave, right?
Yeah,
Um,
it's meant to be
right.
backwards, you know. Good
And
as
he even goes. He uses a grandfather clock to open up the door to the cave, which is what Batman used for the longest time to get down to the Batcave as well. So all of this, um, including, if you notice the time on the clock, 10:47, 10:48, whatever, that is supposedly the time that Bruce Wayne's parents died in the alley in the regular universe. So he
bad.
even used the exact same time.
That's
Um,
cool. It'd have
yeah,
been cooler if it was 5 till midnight and it was glowing blue.
there you go. There you go. But it was not to be. Um, but yeah, again, this issue has already flown off the shelves.
Over
Um,
300,000 copies sold.
300,000 copies, yeah, which is unheard of if you're not doing blind bags. Um, yeah, definitely. And for those of you who recently saw our thing on the Absolute Batman Annual and you weren't able to pick one up, it was just announced that that's getting a second print coming out in mid-January. So be on the lookout for that as well. Issue number 1 is getting a 10th print in the beginning of January as well.
Is it though? Isn't it technically the 11th print since the Batman Day print was technically the 10th
Yeah,
one?
it's like I don't know how they count those. Those are called. I think they say those don't count because
It,
those are special editions.
yeah, that one's called the Batman Day edition, but it's
Yeah,
technically the 10th one.
yeah. Absolutely. So yeah, uh, still hitting on all, firing on all cylinders. So if you haven't had a chance to get one, go out and see if you can find one. It definitely is a lot different than the Joker that you know, which is good. That's what the Absolute Universe is all about. So
Yeah, how
um,
goofy would it be to put forth all this effort to make all these books for it to be the same thing?
yeah, that would be odd.
Be a little weird.
It would be odd. But that's going to be it. That's it for this edition of DC Comics Deep Dive. Again, don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to comment, don't forget to hit the notification bell so you're alerted whenever we upload new comment, and don't forget to join us again back here next week. We'll be it's Christmas week next week already. Well, yeah, it's Christmas week already next
Can
week.
they join us Wednesday?
They can join us this Wednesday. Don't forget to join us Wednesday night for Guess That Key Christmas, the fourth annual Guess That
Live.
Key Christmas special, live. We're gonna have massive giveaways, giving away a whole John Jag comic cover package, giving away an Absolute book, giving away not these Absolute books, one of the big hardback Absolute books, giving away a slab. So 9 o'clock right here on this channel. Don't forget to be there. It's our mega giveaway. So, but that's gonna be it. As always, I am Paul. He is Mark.
But we are Legion.
And you're now leaving sector 2815.